I gotta ask you, opponent, do you feel it? Do you feel the venom? Do you feel the toxicity creeping through your veins? Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode with Man, and today we've got a juicer for you. We are infecting Explorer, that is right. I am going to explore for this one with the Venerated Rotpriest. Now, I tried to make a standard deck, and it felt a little clunky. I felt like the best way to do it was with like that Simic combo nonsense, but it felt very inconsistent. So I'm going to go into Explore, see if we can get a little bit of something more going with Fynn the Fangbearer. Absolutely love this card. Now, it does not have Toxic technically, but it has Death Touch, and whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals combat damage to a player, that player is going to get 2 poison counters. So it effectively is Toxic 2 and gives your Death Touch Toxic 2. So it's better than just having Toxic. I just pretty much scoured the entire arena for Death Touch and Toxic, and there was a few other ones, but the only ones that had mana value 1 and 2 was the Bilious Skulldweller. So we got this, of course, this along with the Fynn the Fangbearer, absolutely insane. So the Venerated Rotpriest, obviously we have Tyvar Stand, which is also a card that you can use in Standard. So, I mean, you could probably make a Standard version of this deck, especially with the Bloated Contaminator. This thing is also Standard. A lot of these are Standard, but then you get into the Assassin's Trophy. This thing is just so absolutely versatile. Because it can hit any permanent that an opponent controls, not yourself. I really do wish that it was any permanent, because there are times where I have Assassin's Trophy and I want to use it on my own Rotpriest to finish the game for that extra poison counter, but it has to be something that the opponent controls, which is kind of unfortunate. But either way, it's any permanent, and as you can see here, they are so aggressive here. And Agadeem's Awakening is not even a real 3-drop, so pretty much just have like 1s and 2-drops, and Bloated Contaminator as a 3-drop. Very aggressive card, but that's kind of what Infection does. We just sneak in, and that's what we do. I think Fynn the Fangbearer takes this deck over the top, so we're running the Explorer. Infectious Bite is also a nice little card here. Deals when you have a Death Touch. You kind of need Fynn the Fangbearer though, because if you're only having this with the Death Touch Toxic, running Infectious Bite is not very good in Standard, so that is kind of why we do that. Got Necrogen Communion, but yeah, Fynn the Fangbearer is going to take this deck over the top. Let's see if we can go into Explorer with an almost Standard deck and see what we can do. Let the infections spread, baby. All right, go ahead and give me a like. The button looks just like this, helps out the channel tremendously. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not already, and without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Aggro, how we doing here? Let's see. This is a pretty good hand. We are on the play, which is a little suboptimal, but so high above the Eye Tyrant. It's always kind of hard. Whenever you have a Tyvar Stand, I typically want to get the Rotpriest out with protection. Because Fatal Push is such a thing, I think we're gonna do this. I really think that Venerated Rotpriest is maybe it's, see again though. I'm not too sure. Was that the right move? I want to really be able to keep my Rotpriest nice and safe. So let's drop the Rot. I mean, let's see if we were right now. If we go for Make Disappear or something, I'll feel really stupid. But now we've got the Tyvar Stand. See, I'm not worried about them outpacing us. They're not going to outspeed us. So they go for Soaring Thought Thief, which is unfortunate, but as long as we have the Tyvar Stand, I think we have a chance. If we were, I'm trying to think here, because if we're on the draw, that becomes a little bit more viable, but still a little unaware of how this meta goes. If they swing in with the Enforcer, okay, so we're looking good here. Definitely didn't want none of my Tyvar Stand, but eventually, I mean, I think another attack and they're gonna have this. Okay, my turn. We're gonna absolutely drop this Agadeem's Awakening. We'll pay the 3 life. That is going to be well worth it. Let's drop our Fynn the Fangbearer. Or we can actually go for Necrogen Communion. I mean, that's actually pretty good right now. Nah, let's not get cute. Let's not get cute. I think we just drop the Fynn the Fangbearer and we still have the Tyvar Stand. Even if they do counter us, which would be kind of sucky. Alright, looking good. Unfortunately, the Rotpriest does not have Death Touch, but we still are going to swing in here. Because by the time this Guild Enforcer swings in, they are going to have 8 cards. Wow. Are they just chump blocking? There's no way, right? Come on. Oh, okay, so Village Rites. I don't know. I mean, do rogues typically play that? Is that like a normal thing? Is that normal? It's been a while since I played against rogues and Explorer. I mean, I remember these things were in Standard. They're definitely a pain in the butt, but I don't typically remember Village Rites being a staple. the more you know. Okay, so Murder Shard. This is going to be the easiest Tyvar stand ever. X equals 0. Let's go ahead and protect. Let's make sure they're targeting Fynn. Protect you, and not only that, they're going to lose out on the Murderous Rider. So that's the nice thing about that, about the adventure cards. Looking pretty good. They are going to swing in, really. Now that's pretty crazy here. That's pretty wild. Let's drop the land here. We have Necrogen Communion. Whenever we target ourselves, we're going to go ahead and give them another counter. I think we're going to do that over the Bloated Contaminator. It's a little bit more mana efficient. So let's go ahead and drop this on the Rotpriest. Whenever this dies, it'll come back. We give them a poison counter from the Rotpriest. And now we swing in here. Bang, bang. And that is going to be a whopping 8 poison counters. 8 poison counters right off the bat. And we can go for Assassin's Trophy. Or we can just go in for the Siphoner. Oh, that's tempting. I think we're just gonna go for the Siphoner, though. I know that they obviously run a lot of, because they can't even really touch us. If they try to touch us, the Venerated Rotpriest does its thing. I don't know, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Fynn the Fangbearer, it doesn't have Infect, technically. And let me just, I gotta ask you, opponent, do you feel it? Do you feel the venom? Do you feel the toxicity creeping through your veins? I guess you do. Fame, how you doing, Fame? Alright, so you were gonna have to keep this. Kind of the Deathcap Glade, not great. I'm only running 2 of these, but yeah, I think we're not gonna risk a mulligan. I think that's just a little bit too greedy. Let's go ahead. This is an okay start. Just okay, though. We can't hold up Tyvar Stand on turn 2, so we effectively don't have a turn 2 play, which kind of sucks. If we drop this, let's do this. Instead of just going for the Skulldweller, I think because we are on the play, we can afford to do this, but it is a little risky. Now that I know that we're playing against Elvish Mystic, I was going to go in for this to hold up the Tyvar Stand, but now that I know that they're playing most likely mono green, we're just going to go for double Skulldweller. I think I'm okay with this. Tyvar Stand, they're not going to have a fight spell. Pretty sure they're not, so let's go ahead and do this. Alright, so Old Growth Troll. How do we want to play around this? Do we want to go for Tyvar Stand? Old Growth Troll. I've not seen you in a while, buddy. How's it going? Big fan of this card. See, now they could have a fight spell, but they're not running Blizzard Brawl because these are not Snow Forests, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's go for green. I think we're gonna just drop the Bloated Contaminator and then just call it a turn. We do have another one in case they kill. But we're gonna go ahead and swing in here. If they want to block, we do have a Death Touch, obviously. So let's see what we can do here. If they want to block, that's fine. I don't think I particularly. Yeah, I don't care either way. That's fine with me. They're gonna get their little enchantment, but at least we get rid of it. And if it comes back, it's tapped anyway. I don't like that. Potentially, they could be. See, the problem is they could be starved of land, which they're not. So I feel already pretty good about it because if they were. Not giving them extra land is not a good way to go, but alright, so we still have an Assassin's Trophy, Tyvar Stand, and a Bloated Contaminator. So Cavalier Thorns, okay. They do get to ramp up. This card is so good, oh my gosh. I'm like starstruck being back here in Explorer. So Necrogen Communion. This card is very, very good. I'm a big fan of this card. This thing does have Death Touch, so we can use that. We could go for Assassin's Trophy on this thing, but then we're kind of out of tricks. Put another target card from your graveyard on top of your library. Do they want to go for Karn? I don't think they really care that much about this card, so I think we're probably better off just going for Assassin's Trophy. Yeah, let's do it. And then we also have Tyvar Stand, which I don't know. Do we want to use the Tyvar Stand just on the Skulldweller? So they are going to put Karn. Okay, I think we can bear that. That's fine. Definitely swinging with both. Let's do this. Yeah, I don't want to give up the Skulldweller. I think it's close. It's close. We'll go ahead and put them down to 15 with their third Infect counter, poison counter. And then we'll hold up Tyvar Stand in case they got something else going on. But yeah, this Karn is going to be a problem. So they have Karn, and then they're going to get this Old Growth Troll back, right? Okay.
Our actions determine the course of history.
Let's see what they reveal here.
Not threaten this world.
I also kind of want to go for Necrogen Communion just right on the Contaminator. Let's see what they take here, though. They're going to definitely pop this Old Growth Troll thingy. Or maybe, I mean, depending on what they get, they can just cast it for 3, because this does ramp them up an extra 1, so. 3 poison counters. How can we get them to 10? So, ooh, okay, so they go for the Sky Sovereign with... Oh my goodness, okay, that's fine. Let's see what they want to do here. 3 damage to target creature. Do I want to use this? I think I'm going to do it. I think we just have to be fast, so let's go ahead and do it right now. Yep. We gotta just keep what we have, and we get another Necrogen Communion. Pretty good here. So they can do this for crew 3, but that's not that big of a deal to me. I think we have to just be very, very fast. We can kill the Karn as well. I guess we might as well put this on the Bloated Contaminator. I think we're just gonna go right in for their face. It's kind of sucks, but I think we just have to get as much poison off as we can, and we do get them up to 8. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. When this thing dies, it does come back. 4/4 though. That's the only problem.
True goodness can never be corrupted.
True goodness can never be broken? Is that what he says? I'm not used to... See, I definitely played when Karn was out. What is this, Battle of the God... Hold on, what's the set from? I know I should know this. I mean, I definitely played. I just can't... I'm just drawing a blank here. Either way, let's see what they go take. We could have killed the Karn. Maybe put the Necrogen on the Skulldweller. City Escape Leveler. Oh my god. Destroy target permanent. We are going to get it back, though. So, like, whatever. 8/8. 8/8. That is pretty intimidating. A Rotpriest. Okay, that is really, really good. That is definitely pretty good. We're going to need the Rotpriest for sure in this matchup. Alright, so if we swing in... This is irrelevant. They're not going to crew this. This is definitely the move here. So let's go for the Rotpriest. Power Stone is kind of useless to us. Yeah, we don't have activated abilities or anything like that. Let's go in for the Necrogen Communion. Give them an extra point counter, poison counter. I guess we'll do this. We'll just kill all Llanowar elves. Feels pretty brutal. We can't swing in with both. That doesn't really make any sense. Yeah, might as well just do it. I mean, that would be theoretically lethal. The Llanowar elves untapped is unfortunate, but because they're just going to trade here. If we get something that can just target anything, because even if we get like a if we even get like an Assassin's Trophy and we can just give them one little more poison counter, they can't spot remove anything. So they can't target us anymore. With the Venerated Rotpriest, they only have... So we gotta be careful. We do have another Death Toucher here, so... No spot removal. We do have 17 life. They can fly over top of us here. Storm the Festival. Okay, okay. Ooh, I don't like that. Oh god. Okay, this is bearable. Pelucranos and Old Growth Troll. I think this is okay. It's not great. It's okay, though. Like I said, if we just draw anything, Tyvar Stand, Assassin's Trophy, another Necrogen Communion, if we draw anything, we just target ourselves, and that's pretty much lights out, so... Let's see what we got here. Can we get out of this little jam here? Until next turn. Yep, okay.
Cannot withstand a righteous heart.
Hopefully they attack and they get a little cute. They actually... Okay. Okay, I think I had technical difficulties, but... Okay, we are back. Okay. I think we're good here. Let's try to get back on schedule here. Okay, so... I'm surprised... I mean, I guess I'm not really too surprised they didn't go in for the Portal of Phyrexia. They swing in here. This is fine. I think we're going to take this. This is fine. Okay. Down to 11. We're still on track. We just need to get something that we can target ourselves with for the 10th poison and final poison counter. And they just give it up. Let's go. What the heck? Okay. Taz Lakali, how you doing here? Okay, so Bloated Contaminator we do like. I mean, our hand is a little bit slow, but think we're gonna have to do it, and we're gonna pay a whopping 5 life on turn 1, but that's okay. We're so aggressive that we just have to do it. I want to keep this for the green source, so let's go ahead and drop our Agadeems, which could come in handy late game, bringing back all of our little critters. But let's go for the Thoughtseize and see what we got going on here. Oh wow, so Kaito, open the way, wow, X can't be the great blah blah blah. Reveal Captars X land, those interesting. Cultivate and a Kaito. We're not getting rid of the Portal of Phyrexia. No way. We're not helping you out there. Let's go for the Kaito. Kaito is brutally annoying, so I guess we'll just leave them alone to their little rampy stuff here. I don't know what the heck's kind of going on here. Let's drop you for green. There is an off chance that we just get flooded and we have to keep this Agadeems, but having 2 Bloated Contaminators feels pretty okay. Typically, we would like to have a little bit more of an aggressive curve here regarding our creatures, because you definitely need creatures to win this. But they don't, I'm not seeing any removal, so I'm just going to go for Bloated Contaminator. It would be tempting to go in for the Syphoner to hold up Tyvar's stand, but if I don't see removal, I'm just going with my strongest creature. Cultivate, alright, so they are, I mean, they're just cultivating, that's what they're doing. Unfortunately, our Tyvar stand is not going to protect us from the Portal of Phyrexia, so see what we can do. This is Sultai Control, alrighty. Let's go ahead and pay the life. We don't care. We don't care about our life, especially not in this matchup here. We're just doing as much damage as humanly possible. Bloated Contaminator number 2. Ba-bam. So we do get 2 poison counters, which is nice, and we hold up a Tyvar stand. Let's see if next turn, Portal of Phyrexia, depending on what they ramp up into, can they drop this for 9? So this is just for 2. Okay, 1, 2, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can drop this, make 7. The next turn they can do 8. So they still can't go in for Portal of Phyrexia. So, I mean, okay, I guess. Let's swing in here. Down to 8 they go, and they're already looking a little rough. I mean, we're probably just gonna kill them with the life rather than the toxic. So, down to 6, but I'm more worried about their just raw life total. Let's go in for our little mosquito, and this is it. They can't drop Portal of Phyrexia, and then we have 2 Tyvar stands. We also have an Infectious Bite, but unfortunately it's not going to really matter right now. But yeah, they have 8. They have 8 here. Titan of Industry. Okay. Could be worse. We do have Infectious Bite, so create a 4/4 Rhino and create a shield counter. Let's go in for Infectious Bite. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's not do that. Let's not go in for Infectious Bite. Let's wait till they do this. And now are they going to make the shield counter? Okay, there we go. Now we can go for Infectious Bite. Whoopsie, okay. Infectious Bite on the Rhino here, and they also do get another counter right here. Skulldweller, and like I said, we have to do something before they go in for the Portal of Phyrexia. How do we do this? I mean, I think we're okay, though, because they can only block 1, right? Oh, duh, this has Proliferate. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Even if we didn't have this, it's not a big deal. We'll go ahead and just do this for 1, just because they have a shield counter anyway, but it doesn't matter. We have the Proliferate, and I can't do math, but we win. MTG, diversity, how are we doing here? Let's go ahead and keep this and be on our merry way. A Rotpriest and a Skulldweller in the same hand, pretty good. I'm always a big fan of just paying the 2 life. We don't care. We're in here, we're trying to be fast, we don't care. I usually start off with the Skulldweller. I think it's a little bit more important to hold up the Tyvar stand to protect the Rotpriest for obvious reasons. If they've just got like a turn 1 fatal push or something like that. Thoughtseize kind of sucks because they're probably going to take away my precious Rotpriest. But at least we have a Pestilent Syphoner. Make that 2. Double the trouble. Go ahead and put up at 1. I guess technically we are counting their life, 17 life, but we got the poison counter, which is even more important, and we'll go ahead and drop this. No protection, but without the Rotpriest is a lot more important to protect, so Rathian's Informants. I guess we could Tyvar stand the Skulldweller if need be. Thoughtseize, okay. I'm assuming this is going to be like Greasefang, right? Let's go for the Thoughtseize before we do anything else. Let's go ahead, yeah, let's just do this. There it is, there's the Greasefang, and I'm not a big fan of that. Yeah, let's go get rid of the Greasefang. It's pretty easy considering they've got a Parhelion. Yeah, pretty easy stuff here. Let's go ahead and swing on in. Just trying to think if I want to use the Tyvar stand or if I want to go for another Pestilent Syphoner. Because they do have another Informant, I think we don't want to. I think it's a little too slow. They don't have any sort of like removal or anything, so I'm actually going to go ahead and trade. It doesn't feel amazing, but let's go ahead and just get down the second little mosquito. Like I said, it is turning fall. I have not seen a mosquito around where I live yet, but I know they're coming. No! No, Parhelion. Well, that is... Welcome to Explore, man. Kanam 22, how you doing here? Alright, let's go ahead and keep this. Typically with Magic the Gathering, we're not very big Konami fans, but... Alright, so we are on the draw, but this is a pretty good hand, so hopefully we can mitigate it. Thoughtseize, let's see what they take away. I would assume they take away the Fynn the Fangbearer. I think Fynn the Fangbearer is the strongest card in my deck here. Let's see what you got. Maybe they want to just get rid of the Rotpriest, though. The Rotpriest is pretty good when we have our like targeted cards, like Tyvar Stand. We can actually, I actually have had games where Assassin's Trophy, I've used Assassin's Trophy, and I had 2 Rotpriests out, and I used Assassin's Trophy on my own Rotpriest to finish the game. That was pretty cool. Hopefully we can kind of remake some of that magic here. They get rid of the Rotpriest. They're more afraid of the Rotpriest than they are Fynn. I don't know, I think Fynn is a little bit better, especially I don't have anything to target with myself, so I don't know why they're so threatened by the Rotpriest. So I'm gonna go with the Skulldweller instead of Thoughtseed. I think we want to put a little bit more presence on the battlefield. Being that it is red, again, probably if the Skulldweller dies, it's not the end of the world. Let's see what they do here. Harvester, okay. Okay, this is actually really good. We got the Necrogen Communion. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Because I don't have any sort of protection, I think I am just going to play the Fynn the Fangbearer. I don't think they really love me swinging in here, so let's go ahead and do this. It does suck not having the Thoughtseize. I'm still debating if the Thoughtseize is even worth running, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. If they want to trade this out, they're going to get 3 poison counters because of Fynn the Fangbearer, Death Touch, and Toxic. Now, I checked high and low for every creature that had both Death Touch and Toxic, and this was the only creature for mana cost 1 and 2. So, unfortunately, that is what it is. I'm letting this go. I'm not blocking you. Heck no. I'm gonna finish you off way faster than you can finish me off, especially with our Death Touch here. So that is absolutely fine. Fatal Push is gross, just because we don't have any protection. It's kind of unfortunate. I am gonna go for Thoughtseize. Whoa, okay, hold on. Okay, we're good. I just want to make sure that we're not messing up here. Sorry, I had a little heart attack there. I'm gonna go for Thoughtseize before I go for a Necrogen Communion. I want to make sure they don't have any sort of instant removal. So this is where the Thoughtseize is good. But I am still debating if I want Thoughtseize here. So, Liliana. It's either Liliana or go for the Throat. Go for the Throat is not good. I think we're get rid of Go for the Throat, and I'm gonna tell you why. So we're gonna go ahead and play down the Necrogen Communion. Even if they do anything with this, we can still bring it back. If they want to drop Liliana, that's fine. That is absolutely fine with me. They're gonna do the Blood Token, and they get rid of the Duress. That means we can keep the Assassin's Trophy. That's kind of, I mean, okay. So we go and swing in, and we give them Toxic 2. They're already up to 6 poison counters, and whenever the Skulldweller dies, it is going to come back. I would prefer it not to die, but it could. Liliana, okay.
Something suspicious is going on.
I actually want, yeah, so...
It's not my fault.
So, okay, that's fine. It's not ideal, but it does come back.
Have you ever heard of personal space?
And let's see what they got in their hand here. Another Skulldweller. I think I actually want to Assassin's Trophy the Harvester and then just swing in so that we keep this, because we could just go for Assassin's Trophy on the Liliana. This seems to be a very fast-paced deck with aggressive mana curve, so I'm not too worried about them playing anything super crazy down. I think that's going to be the move, but they are hovering over it, so... Let's... I think because I'm almost debating on just swinging in on their face. Let's go ahead. Man, this is really hard. I think we're just gonna swing it on the face. And we can always have Assassin's Trophy just on the Liliana itself. So this is fine. I'm okay with this. Let's drop you. We could drop you, but like I said, I don't know if I want to keep. I don't know if I want how I want to play this because if they +1 here, let's end the turn. Hopefully they don't have 2 small things, which it probably is going to be. A Graveyard Trespasser. All right, not the end of the world though. So 6 infect. Player just got. We're obviously gonna have to take this. Well, hold on.
Be outsmarting me.
We're gonna get caught into a weird. So especially with the Mutavault here, I think we have to just get rid of the Skulldweller and then go for Assassin's Trophy on the Liliana. I think that's the best way to do this. We get another Mosquito, which is nice. I think the Graveyard Trespasser, we're just going to have to let go because there's just nothing we can do with that. So, they swing in. They're going to do, what, 6 damage every turn? Mutavault and Trespasser. Yeah, that's going to be 6 damage every single turn. We can only survive that twice. Let's go in for Assassin's Trophy. We could also go for the Mutavault. Yeah, we're just going to have to do this. I'm just going to play it at sorcery speed. Don't really have too much else of an option.
This isn't how things were supposed to go.
Let's put them in top deck mode, and I think we're just going to have to swing in. I think that's our best course of action. Give them another poison counter. We do have other ways of getting poison counter. We could top deck like a Mutavault or something, but obviously not great, especially being at 6 life after this. And they do have another card in their hand, so... Excuse me. How can we get them down to 10? I mean, there is a way. We can also make this daytime, so this is not the end of the world. But let's drop this for Death Touch. I'm gonna swing in. We have to play to win here. We can't be afraid. This is their only chance to win. Put them up to 8. Go for the Skulldweller. And for a Mosquito, make it go daytime, which will help a little bit with the Graveyard Glutton. And this is it, baby. This is the final stand. This is the final stand. We do have Death Touch, which is nice. Let's see what they draw. I mean, it's going to just depend on what they draw here. We will have to chump. I mean, yeah, I don't want to call it a chump block. We do have Death Touch. So if they swing with the Trespasser and the Mutavault. Is there another creature? There is. So there is another Skulldweller in the graveyard. Unfortunately, yeah. So we definitely have to block. But they do have 8 poison counters, so... I'll tell you what, 2 naps will really get you recharged. Voiceless Feather, that is whimsical, that's mystical, and a little ominous, if I'm being honest. But, nice name there, Voiceless Feather. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. It's not really the greatest hand, but it is a hand, and we're gonna have to keep it. We do get the Skulldweller, and that makes our hand a lot more efficient. So we could go for Thought's turn 1. I think because we are facing a deck with a lot of like removal, affirmatively, I would assume. I think we can probably just go in for this. And I'm always okay with going in for the Overgrown Tomb immediately. I'm gonna start off with the Skulldweller, but trying to think here. Again, I am a little bit new to Explorer, so I mean I did play it standard back when these cards were all like 2019 and whatnot, but always a little nerve-wracking. Let's just try the Thoughtseize. Instead of going for the Siphoner is not the be-all, end-all. I'm okay with missing this on curve. The Bloated Contaminator, we definitely do want to play when we can. Okay, so let's take a look here. Big score, Impulse, Impulse. I have no clue what this card does. Destroy. I've never seen this card before in my life, really. I'm not gonna lie. Destroy X target artifacts creatures. For each permanent this way, its controller reveals top. Blah blah blah. Okay, I mean that's a very far away to be able to use that, so I'm not too worried about this. I think we're just gonna go ahead and take a big score. But this is. Let's go ahead and just take away that, because they do have another big score. If they only had 1 big score, I think I would go ahead and try and do that, just so we can just try and get to them as quickly as possible. Again, because if they had a board wipe or something, I don't want to just, I mean, I guess what kind of board wipe could they have? I mean, does Explorer run like the Brotherhood? Again, there is going to be a little bit of a learning curve for me, just with the new I mean, it's not new, because I mean, I obviously have these cards, but Assassin's Trophy, I'm loving this card. I think this card was in the Anthology set, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, let's do this. Not too much to get too crazy about. We're just going to drop our Bloated Contaminator. And again, I try to make a standard deck with like the Skulldweller and Contaminator and whatnot, but I really do feel like it's a lot better in Explorer. especially with the Fynn the Fangbearer. So let's see what you got here. Volcanic Spite, that's fine. That's fine. I do want to see if we can get... Ooh, they actually got rid... Hold on, did they just get rid of their... Ooh, okay. So down, they got 2. Tyvar Stand is excellent. That's going to be a really, really good card, especially in this point in time. I think we're gonna, I mean, it doesn't particularly matter. We got the different color mana for days, so let's go ahead and just swing in here so we can go for Tyvar Stand. But Tyvar Stand is very, very important, especially when you have like a Venerated Rotpriest. Very, very important. Effectively Toxic 2 with the Proliferate there. Let's go ahead and drop our little mosquito. Yoink. It is fall, so if you live in the States or anywhere where it's fall weather, you know that these things are, they have toxic. They definitely have toxic, that's for sure. They are so freaking annoying. Big score. So they actually have, do they have another one? So I thought they put the other one back with the Spite. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so we still have a Tyvar Stand. As long as we have a Tyvar Stand and an Assassin's Trophy, if they play down a big threat, we can just kill it. Or we can protect our creature, probably the Contaminator. Most likely, depending on what they do here. Terror of the Peaks. Okay. I do remember this thing. This thing was pretty cool with, whatchamacallit. This thing was pretty cool with the Beetle. The Beetle with the landfall that just made everything in the machine gun. Okay, spells your opponent's cost. Cost 3. That doesn't matter. Okay, whatever. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna go ahead and go straight in for Assassin's Trophy. I think this is okay. Make disappear. Okay, so maybe we should have... We do have a Thoughtseize, and we have a Tyvar Stand, so it's not... I mean, should I have waited for that? It's hard... I mean, obviously, hindsight's always 20/20, but looking back, it's still a bit fuzzy. Fiery Impulse, 2 damage to target creature. That's not that big of a deal. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I think that's a way bigger deal. If they just get rid of my Mosquito, I don't really care that much, so... Alright. Let's do this, and then we can go in for the Tyvar Stand if they just choose to block the Contaminator. But actually, we're going to go ahead and do this, just in case they block the Mosquito. Alright, let's do this. And they do! Thankfully, we can go ahead and pump up with our Tyvar Stand. X equals 3. Ba-bam! That feels really, really good. Get rid of your Terror of the Peaks. Don't think so. Proliferate, and we're looking pretty good here. Alright. That was a big... we needed that. We needed that. Especially after the Assassin's Trophy didn't go through. That was pretty upsetting. So, but like I said, I don't know. I mean, Make Disappear, I guess. I mean, Make Disappear is just such a good card. I guess they play it in Explorer too. Fiery Impulse. Do they have 2 forms of removal? That is rough. Okay, so we're just pretty much down to this Mosquito. I'm actually going to hold full control for their turn. And yeah, we're definitely going to do this because I want them to at least be scared that I have another Assassin's Trophy or something. Yeah, we're going to hold full control here. Okay. Hopefully we don't draw into another land. We do get Tyvar Stand. That is good. And eventually Tyvar Stand. I mean, we go... I don't know. We're still better off let's just worry about Infect, the toxic counters. Okay. Bang. That makes 8. And then you just... I try to make my mosquito noise. If you know, you know. The mosquito noise is just so deadly. So the Mirrex... I actually am not running the Mirrex right at this moment because I don't... Oh, they just give it up and we are good to go. Okay.